Hey guys, and welcome back to Arcane Assist. This week we've got Xerxis again, and I'm playing with Norbert, who's bringing some Cryx to show off, this time with Skarre1. So, Norbert, you're actually going first in this game, so I'm going to let you talk about your list first.
How's it going, everyone? So I'm playing Skarre1, Pirate Queen Skarre, in Dark Host theme. I've always liked her. She's one of my favorite casters in this game. A lot of people find her boring. She can be at times, I guess, but I love her. I love what she does to her army, and I love what she does with Cryx and Dark Guidance and stuff. All right, so my list real quick. It's a Skarlock Thrall. Since it's in theme, it's one of the free models I have. Then I have 3 Stalkers. And a Ripjaw. Ripjaw synergizes really well with her, and rolling 4 dice with Dark Guidance for the crit armor pierce. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, especially with powerful attacks, so that damage roll is also going to be boosted.
Yeah. Then I have 2 Wraith Engines, Banelord Tartarus, Scrap Thralls for feeding Ritual Sacrifice, a Necrotech to fix stuff like the Wraith Engines, and 2 max unit of Bane Riders. So it's a little bit spammy, maybe a little bit janky. I don't know. I don't know if I consider this jank, but basically what I'm looking for from this list is to feed on a bunch of models and kill stuff, and hopefully survive the counterattack to do it again.
Yeah, I mean, Bane Riders are pretty tough to kill with 5 boxes and are, 23 on feet turn?
Yeah, 23, and then 25 against melee and shooting if they're around the Wraith Engine, which they usually are.
Yeah, no, makes sense. Yeah, so it's a list that projects a lot of threat and can hit pretty hard on feet turn. So what I brought is Xerxis1 again. I know I played him last week. However, this is a completely different take on the list. This time we're in the Exalted theme list. So I've got a lot of Immortals. It is really good for Xerxis1. This theme brings a lot more models than the Beast Brick. I should talk about theme benefits. War Beasts in my battle group get Death Rage, which is, if you ever played Minions, Jaga Jaga has this as a field marshal. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that has this, but basically when you kill one of my war beasts, it gets to walk 3 inches and make a melee attack before it dies. Really good with things like Tiberion, who can walk 3 inches and then potentially crit smite a thing. Alternatively, I also have thought about taking Zadesh with this list because it gives all his war beasts Death Rage in addition to the defensive strike feat and a lot of countercharge. So that's something I might do in the future. Probably not long off. Aside from that, for every 20 points of Exalted models/units, you get a free solo or command attachment. In this particular list, I have a free Hakaar and a free Ancestral Guardian for 12 points. And the last benefit is everything that can have soul tokens gets to start with the soul, which is just huge. Not having to kill your own Immortals to get Pathfinder through the Incorporeal buff on turn 1 is massive, because you can use it the next turn when you're probably going to engage stuff to get +2 defense, or you can use it to get your Pathfinder Incorporeal and charge through models as opposed to through terrain, and Xerxes can even give them Stir the Blood so that they don't have to get Pathfinder from him instead. So that's really good. In terms of what my list has actually brought, I have 3 units of Immortals, 2 Ancestral Guardians, Hakaar. My battle group is Tiberian, a Bronzeback, and a Gladiator for some rush. And that's about it. So I think that's it for the lists, and we're going to get right into the game here.
Wow, Skorne is complicated. All right, and we're off.
So you have turn 1. What is your plan?
My plan is like super complicated right now. I'm like gonna start moving models forward and try not to get a lot of them killed. That is my plan. Super complicated.
Typical turn 1 stuff.
Yeah.
Run up the table.
So I got my clouds 20 inches up, basically cutting off line of sight there. It's not really super relevant in this matchup considering it's melee on melee armies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot of guns. And I mean, typically you'd want to put them like next to the forest or something, block a huge
that is a forest in the middle.
Cloud wall, but
the one with wormwood in the middle, that's a forest.
Yeah, there's a large wormwood tree.
It's wormwood.
So yeah, Bane Cav going around the top, Wraith Engine being
going through the rubble because they're ghostly. Love that rule on Cav. It's so good, especially with the Vengeance.
Yeah.
So yeah, this list, just a bunch of power models that smash face on feat turn. Should, theoretically should be good to Skorne.
Yeah. Typically, you got a lot of high armor models, lots of value that can just be ripped to shreds by really powerful Cav.
So yeah, I'm getting prowl here. It's kind of pointless. I don't know why even. It's just like muscle memory. Like this is how I deploy his army, and I'm just going with it.
It's a good thing to do.
I'm hoping you trigger vengeance, keep those guys out of the cloud, so I could toe into the cloud with the vengeance move and then charge something. It's the idea there. Ritual sacrifice, roll 5. Nice number to roll, and I click, flip it over.
All right, so my turn. Basically, I'm going to try to stay out of some threat range, threat ranges, blah blah blah, and move up the table in a way that won't just get me killed, much like Norbert wanted to. Staying out of 13 from Stalker, putting D-Ward and giving the battle plan for Pathfinder onto the top unit of Immortals, as well as camping 2.
Yep.
This unit of Immortals is going to be pretty aggressive. They'll run right into the threat range of that unit of Bane Cav and the Wraith Engine.
Gotta watch out for the Skarre Stalkers. Power strength 17 on her feet with Dark Guidance will kill even Xerxis.
Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. So D-warded Immortals are really hard to kill. They're Def 13, Arm 19. On feat turn, they get better. It's just a whole lot of meat to chew through. Excuse me. That isn't made out of meat. So yeah, it's basically a weird infantry spam that has high armor, kind of like a Zol 2 list, except you also have beasts that just threaten 13 and 14 inches. You can also do some cute stuff with Tactician. So Xerxis is command 10 as well as a control area of 10, which is kind of amazing. So the Immortals can run through each other even without Incorporeal, which is handy. Hakaar can basically just waltz through dudes with both Vengeance and charge through them if he needs to. I'm being a lot more careful with the bottom unit of Immortals. I don't have any deep defensive buffs on them, so I'm just going to stay out of threat range, wait till Norbert has to come in and contest the zone in order to do anything there. Beast Handlers wander up. They make my Fury work out this turn. And that's where we're at now.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like I've maybe misplayed this Wraith Engine. Like, it's not really in a good spot. I was trying to do some clever flanking attack with it, but now I realize I'm like, his guys hit pretty hard. They all have magic weapon. It's not really doing anything much on that flank. But still, I don't want to just lose it for nothing. I want to still get something out of it. I'm just measuring threat ranges there, minimizing how much damage I'll take back if I move it up and toe in the zone.
Yeah. In terms of placement and what you want to do work-wise this turn, what's the plan? Like, where are these Bane Cav going to end up? What are they going to try to kill? What are they going to take off the board? Or what are they going to get in position to kill the next turn?
Yeah, that's basically the idea, right? Like, I'm going to kind of like, I don't really want to lose a lot right now. Like, I feel like I don't get enough for my feet, so I don't really want, like, I thought about it, like maybe jamming up and feeding, but like I feel like I lose too much in return. Like you do have magic weapons, you hit pretty hard. You have a feat that's pretty good.
Yeah, basically my feat says I kill anything in my threat range for
yeah, so I kind of want to like contest the zones and make you come forward if you want to score. Make you come into me. I'm willing to give up a point there on that flag, and have you put models there, and so that way I can smash into you with my feet next turn, and that's what I'm doing. Yeah,
it's a pretty good plan, considering like I can't do a whole lot to get to these guys. My Immortals are only speed 4. Guardians help by giving them plus 2 inches of movement, and like that's it in terms of their threat, because you haven't triggered Vengeance, so I don't get that 14-inch threat.
Right, but the 11's still pretty good.
It is. It certainly helps. Like when I'm already in the zone, like I am at top, it definitely helps just because I'm in. So I threat the zone. If you're in the zone, I can hit you, basically. These guys in the bottom are moving back.
Yeah, so the one guy's towing the zone. in the cloud, out of threat of everybody. I'm just positioning my Bane Riders for, again, like I said, hopefully, he comes forward, maybe gives me vengeance on a unit or maybe even both. And, I can come in with some power and strength 20, maybe 22 with Dark Shroud Cavalry.
Yeah, basically, this first couple of turns has just been us jockeying for position.
So, yeah, I'm like, I realize now, like, I have to tow into the woods if I want to contest that.
The flag,
so that kind of defeats the purpose. I know you can still trample up and stuff, but like being chargeable is bad.
I certainly lose a lot for having to trample.
So again, I towed a Stalker into the zone. Stalker south, out of threat. Feel pretty safe there and contesting the zones, and hopefully he comes forward and gives me half his army next turn.
Yeah, that's it.
That is the plan.
it is.
I mean, maybe I could have had Tartarus on the flag this turn. I don't think it would have mattered. I think you would have contested anyways. You could have just ran one of your Immortals.
Here you're using your Arc Node to just scatter some Blood Rains.
Yeah. I rolled 5, so I had 11. Like I figured unload a bunch of Blood Rains. Hopefully I roll a nice scatter and maybe kill a model or two, because it doesn't trigger vengeance if they die from corrosion.
They go absolutely nowhere.
Yeah.
And do nothing.
Yeah, they literally go like everywhere and nowhere. And just whatever. It was still a thing. So I rolled 4 for my next one from getting 4, which will probably most likely be my feet turn.
Yeah. So start of my turn. I get my Fury back. I go up to 5. I do upkeep Defender's Ward because this is definitely a turn where they're going to go in onto some horses. I think I only have one Bane Cavalry model in threat range.
So worth noting that Wormwood did teleport, like 3 or 4 inches?
For sure.
Somehow. I don't remember seeing that, but I guess he did.
Yep. So I have two Immortals in the top zone.
He's teleporting again. Sorry.
He's going to leave the table very shortly because I get very annoyed.
He's had enough of this.
With the tree. Here I'm measuring Tiberian and his threat range because I can lurch him 3 inches. And then give him rush, and then trample.
Yeah, it's a pretty good threat. I mean, you do have to have your caster up there to force him later, but I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and here I'm thinking, I can hit a Stalker, then from that I can overtake, and then hit another thing, and maybe overtake off of that, because Tiberian will be power strength 20. And throughout all of this, I'm not really considering the fact that when you trample, you lose your initials. When doing math, you should keep that into account. Also, Stalkers are def 15, so I need 8s to hit them, which is also not a great thing to forget. But Tiberian will definitely kill them if he hits them. So that proxy base is about where Tiberian's going to go. If he has the Fury, he's going to kill that Stalker, overtake, and maybe kill a Bane Cav model. Seems pretty worth it, and Tiberian gets into a position where he threatens basically everything Norbert has, unless he kills him. Forces him to go there, and since it's it's on Norbert's side of the table, then I can get this ridiculous pressure on scenario.
Yeah, so when he first does this, I'm like, okay, good, cool, yeah, send Tiberian. I'll trade a Stalker for Tiberian, even a Bane or a Bane Rider. I thought this was, at the time, I'm thinking this is pretty good. I like what's happening.
Yeah, no, it definitely it seems like I'm throwing a heavy war beast away for a light. And at that point, for that matter, a 22-point character heavy war beast for a light.
Right.
But what it's really doing for me is forcing you to deal with a armor 21 heavy with 32 boxes on your side of the table, and you don't get any forward momentum until you deal with that.
Exactly.
And you probably won't, because you have to deal with that. So we're just going to go ahead. This unit pops their Incorporeal Soul so they can go through this swamp without Xerxis having to give Pathfinder because he wants to do some other stuff this turn.
And the 2 guys charge the 1 Bane Rider.
And then we just kind of spread out. We keep some guys in the back so that Bane Cav can't quite get to them. We put some guys in the middle so that they're just clogging the zone. And we're here. So I think two can do it. Charge hits. Charge kills. Cool. Didn't even need both. We've triggered Vengeance, but none of them are in range to actually attack anyone with their Vengeance moves. So we're not going to lose the entire unit on our next turn. The plan with the bottom unit is to just do a similar thing. Run them into the zone, jockey for position, get them to where the next turn they're going to be able to take out a Wraith Engine maybe get Stir the Blood and go kill whatever they want. Because my battle group would be ideal for killing Wraith Engines, but they don't have magic weapons. So they can't. And I don't have any Soul Wards in this list. So I can't even give them magic weapons, and there's no objectives on this scenario.
I think you just lurkered Tiberian forward.
Yep, so I ran the Bronzeback, moved up the Gladiator, rushed Tiberian, lost a Fury from the Bronzeback because of Leadership Titans, and then lurched Tiberian a couple forward. I had to move the other two War Beasts first, because otherwise I would have been stuck behind them with Xerxis. But I lurch, walk up, get into a position where Tiberian will still be in my control after I rush up. Something I've learned to do since I last played Xerxis1 for the channel. Always lurch first, then use your beast handlers to go and rage things, because otherwise you won't get free charges. Although this time he's trampling, so he has to pay for it anyway. But it's a good note to have, and good thing to just train so that you keep your muscle memory. So pay for one for trample, buy an attack.
Dice plus
boost to
28
hit.
Or something? I don't know.
Yeah, it's power strength 20, so dice plus 7.
Yeah.
I get the crit smite, but the angle just means I won't quite get to Tartarus as much as I would have liked to.
Yeah, and I'm like, I kind of want this to happen because it'd be cool. Like, I mean, I don't care. Like, this would be sweet if you slam into Tartarus, but like, it's not even close. So
not even
it's
close.
Like, not worth like super measuring.
But I slam you a bit over the flag. I boost damage because I'm like, I might just one-shot a Stalker. I totally one-shot the Stalker.
Yeah.
And then I overtake an inch forward just to get even more up in your grill. Because the bond with Xerxis1 gives Tiberian overtake, which in a lot of scenarios doesn't seem like it will do much, but is actually just a ridiculous threat extender. Because he has 3 initials, and he can be like Reach Initial, Shield Bash, Tusk Attack. Oh, look, I'm in your caster.
Yep, so now there's a Tiberian on my side of the board.
Yeah, and that's a thing you have to deal with. Because now you also have a unit of Immortals in your zone that you have to deal with. Ancestral Guardian runs through some dudes because Tactician is a thing. Super good. All of their souls move to follow them, and I flip it over to Norbert. Now, Norbert.
And I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, his turn was a really good turn for me, right? Like, I got Vengeance on a unit. I have a free Tiberian, it feels like, because I'm willing to trade Tiberian for a Stalker, and I feel like I'm in a really good spot. Definitely going to be feat turn, so I can guarantee the kill here, and hopefully take out maybe half these units. Yeah, it'd be nice. And also at the same time, I feel like I can get a Stalker onto Hakaar there, who's on the flag. Feed it on Stalker, should be able to take him out no problem.
Yep. So, worth mentioning, at the end of my turn, I scored 1 from the flag from Hakaar,
correct.
and I'm contesting yours. So, and Tartarus isn't even over there anyways. So we're there.
No, he's not. Tartarus. And so, yeah, I have a little bit of a puzzle to figure out for order of activations here and make sure I can maximize the most out of my models here. Trying to kill Tiberian with the least amount of resources wasted, basically. Allocate all 6 to my 2 remaining Stalkers and my Ripjaw there. Ripjaw, hopefully, when a Ripjaw crits on Skarre's feat turn, it's basically an angel.
It's terrifying.
Has the potential to be a Fianna angel, a Fury angel.
Yeah, no, because it's a POW 15 armor piercing.
Yeah, with
right?
Dark Shroud 17.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then there's the math. It's a Fianna angel.
It smashes face.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm whatever. This is one of these turns where you got to plan out, find your angles, and I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna take apart a good part of his army. He kept his beast pretty far back. At the end of the day, though, they still threaten really far.
Yeah.
Like what, 13 inches just for like the Gladiator and the Bronzeback?
Yep, 13 for the non-reach heavies, 14
really good
for Tiberian. And I think that's just a feature of this version of the list. Like the Beast Brick list, the entire Imperial War Host one where it's only beasts. You get to play this really long threatening brick that can just go out from all angles and alpha really, really hard. And in this variant, you kind of slingshot them one at a time into key pieces that your opponent has, as opposed to just being like everything kills everything. Because now you're playing this kind of attrition game where you're closing in your flanks with your Immortals on either side.
Yeah.
And then beasts go in the middle.
So Skarre's feeding. So I got to clarify something here. I mean, I haven't talked after this game, and I realized something here. I didn't end up feeding on the left battle engine. I thought I did. It was out. So, whoops.
Yeah. Basically, what will happen later on is some positioning mix-ups happen, and it gets like a
so
bead.
both Stalkers got feeded on. The Ripjaw, Tartarus, Skarre, and whatever Bane Riders you see. I think there's 5 Bane Riders in the front that I got feeded on, and then the right battle engine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
my plan here is to score my flag, hopefully after I kill Tiberian, and I'm going to try to clear zone, but I don't think it's possible. And then contest, obviously. So it'll be 1-1 after this. I'm okay with that. I think I'm doing some impact attacks here. Yep. Getting my charge target in immediately before I impact, so just in case I don't kill you for some reason, like I miss.
Yeah.
I don't fail my charge also.
Don't want that risky dub ones. I do take my defensive strike with an AG. It does nothing.
Thank God. So there's a charge attack there and not impacting, and there's one there. These guys just run into the clouds. That's my leader. I think that's my leader. I'm pretty sure.
They kind of just go all over the place.
Again, I don't need, the clouds don't matter that much, but whatever. They're in there. They don't matter at all in this game. So I charged your solo there. I can't remember the name. What is it?
Ancestral Guardian.
Yeah, I don't like those guys. So I charge it. And my Baneblade smashes it in the face and just murders it.
Baneblade. Whoa.
I don't know.
This is a different game.
The blade. They have swords and they're Banes, so they're Baneblade. So, power strength 20, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Those things just murder stuff on feat turn. And the fact that they can get basically anywhere without reprisal because of Ghostly really is just amazing.
And again, I don't need it in this game because so I'm changing. I can't decide where I want to repo here, but there it is. And I want to make sure I can land my battle engine there.
Yeah, you repo there so that you can contest the flag.
Yeah. Yes, correct. That was the intent.
Looking back on it, I should have countercharged there, but I didn't.
Yeah. Countercharge is pretty bad.
Yeah.
You should have. Yeah, that would have been bad. I'm glad you did. So anyways, here it is, the Ripjaw going in. I have Dark Shroud on you. It hits. It does not crit.
Yep. You don't have Dark Guidance up.
Don't have Dark Guidance up, so I only rolled 3 dice. I rolled really bad. Did that one crit? I don't remember.
No, that one did not crit.
And this one did not.
Also does not crit.
Yes. The dice gods are not with me.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to live the dream and take off half his health.
You did a couple points of damage just because of virtue of boosting and also being in Dark Shroud.
So here's Tartarus with feeded on him.
Feeded Tartarus. Dub ones
on the charge. Second attack hits. Yeah, that was sad. Tiberian, that's the first time Tartarus ever missed on me like that. Whatever, it happens.
Still cleaves out a chunk of damage.
Yeah. I think it's dice eve. No, because you're 21. Dice off 2. Yeah, that's what it was for Tartarus.
Yeah.
Your Bane Rider. So now I have to use these Bane Riders here. I don't know. Maybe I was being greedy. I was hoping Tartarus and the Ripjaw would be able to take him out, but I needed probably both attacks to crit there, and that didn't happen.
I mean, even if one of those attacks critted and you didn't miss your charge attack, you'd probably at least be damn near close to killing him.
Yeah.
And you'd maybe only need one of these Bane Riders.
Right, true.
Impact attack kills a dude.
Yeah.
I get souls.
I really so I'm really scared of the Wraith engine here, or for my Wraith engine here, because these guys all have magical attacks. Evan positioned them really well where I'm not getting a lot of good impacts, and I'm killing 2 guys, and 2 guys isn't enough for me. I need to kill 3 or 4 with each Bane.
I mean, it doesn't help that some of your impacts aren't actually killing models. Because,
that doesn't help
because
either.
of Defender's Ward.
Correct.
Because you need your feet doesn't affect your mount attacks. Not to mention the guys on the top.
Yeah,
here didn't
nowhere
get
near.
feated on.
Yeah.
And they're only POW 12, so they need to roll 8s to kill.
Yeah. Exactly. Your armor 18 or 19?
19
Yeah,
under
yeah,
Defender's
19.
Ward.
That's right. Pretty good. So you're countercharging here.
No, your Bane Cav kill me, so I get to do my
that's
Death Rage.
right. I'm sorry. Where did I say? That's right.
So I
That's what
decide to try to go for, instead of the easy hit on the Arc Node in front of me, I go for the Stalker, because if I hit it, I can crit it, and it basically loses an activation this turn, and that's
But you
a
miss.
bunch of Skarre's focus down the drain. But I miss,
Because Stalker.
because Stalker, needing 8s, whatever, no big deal.
So yeah, I killed Tiberian. Yay.
I reave the Fury.
I didn't kill a lot of Immortals, which is probably really bad. But I have my feet up, right? So that should be good. I should be fine.
Yeah, I mean...
Armor 23 on the Bane Cav and the Wraith Engine.
Yep.
So pretty good. Boxes.
This Wraith
Expecting to
Engine's
lose a
going in.
couple. Yep, the Wraith Engine's going in. It's going man mode here, and gonna try to kill this Ancestral Guardian.
Yeah.
I'm realizing now I'm gonna have to take a free strike from the guy.
One Immortal. It's
One
no
Immortal
big
there.
deal.
The guy you can see kind of that's gonna be in his back arc.
He's faced funny because of the charge he made earlier in the turn, or earlier in my turn.
He's a funny facing guy. Anyways, so
He hits.
he hits.
Dice off 10 does like a couple points.
Yeah, he rolled pretty
No
good.
biggie. I also
like
go
you
for
do.
my defensive strike on the Guardian. Does
Yeah.
no damage because it's dice off 10 on 2 dice instead of 3 that time.
So I hit you. I'm pretty sure I one-shot you. Or yeah, just crank the roll.
You just annihilate that guy.
Effective
you
power and
miss-
strength 22. It's pretty good.
Miss the next guy.
Yep, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Missing basically statues. That's
Defender's Ward, man.
I
Wraith
know.
Engine's what? Matt 6?
7.
7. So it needs 6s. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Usually hits pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So this
fun-
guy's within 6, so you can repair him after I inevitably take some bunch of damage. Hopefully survive.
Stalkers.
Stalkers. That's right.
So this is where we lose a bead and it ends up on a Wraith Engine, and we're like, oh, that's
But the Stalkers were feeded on. I don't know. It just gets confusing. I thought I feed on the Wraith Engine. Anyways, this is a long work week. It's a Friday night. That's my excuse.
no. It's honest
The
mistake.
Stalkers were feeded on.
Yeah.
The Wraith Engine was not. To this point, it hasn't mattered. Because the Wraith Engine did not make attacks.
Yes, the Wraith Engine is still incorporated.
So I'm trying to basically walk here so I don't get countercharged, and it was my plan of killing Hakaar. So the way we measure, it's I'm proxying it all out to make sure my Stalker can go there, be out of line of sight, and still leap 5 inches to be within 1 inch of Hakaar.
Yep.
Not overly complicated, but still make sure, whatever.
It's the little things, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised I was awake enough to at least do this. And we agree that's you're not gonna be able to see me after I finish my movement and I jump. And power strength 17, Mat 7 Stalker. I don't have dark guidance. He's not really doesn't have high defense in his army.
Hakaar's def 10. He's armed 19 thanks to Ghost Shield, but it's dice off what 2? So
Dice off 2.
Power 17. Still with 2 initials and 2 focus, you're gonna do.
I'm not really sure what we're discussing here for so long, but
yeah.
So here's attack. It hits because your defense poop.
True.
And dice off. What do we say? 2. I do
Dice off 2?
some damage.
Does much.
Next
attack. Hits. Does some more damage.
Yeah.
Eventually, you rip Hakaar off the table, and then you take a poke into the Bronzeback.
And
that does 1
pretty
damage.
bad. Yep. And I grievous wound it.
Yeah. Relevant.
This Stalker just kind of runs. I want to be threatening your caster next turn, and still contesting the flag. We know. I realize now. I'm okay. So now I'm contesting the flag. So the flag definitely got bumped.
Because you were on the opposite.
Because I knew.
side
Wait a minute. Last turn I couldn't contest the flag while being out of the woods, and now I can.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, we fixed that, and now it's Evan's turn.
So we flip it over to me. No, you
I
score
score
the flag.
1.
So it's 1-1.
I believe, it's 1-1.
So I start with Vengeance. Both of my Immortal units have Vengeance this turn. You've killed all 3 of my Righteous Vengeance targets, so I don't have any of those. I decided to go after Bane Cav with this top unit and their vengeance attacks, mostly because the Banecav models are not feated on. They just roll really, really well and like cleave 2 dudes out, no problems. Leaves the last Banecav guy there standing, I believe.
Yeah, you did.
He takes some damage though.
You did a good job here. So yeah,
this unit just gets into position to make some really effective charges. Basically, I get some attacks on each Bane Rider, and then they're going to be in position to charge the Wraith Engine once they're done.
So yeah, these Bane Riders are armor 23.
Yep. So dice off 10. Don't do anything with my vengeance, but we're here for charges.
Yeah.
So what's the plan? I have a lot of options, but the main one I'm looking at is Xerxis charging a Banecav model, combo smiting it into the other one, knocking both of them down, killing one of them probably, because if you haven't played Xerxis1, he feats. Then he charges and combo smites a thing into another thing. That is 2 dice, because normal dice, 1 for charging, 1 for feat, 1 for collateral, is 5 dice at POW strength 20. Yeah.
If there was ever overkill, that was it.
That was it. And then I feat, or I from that position, can tactical supremacy myself, so I can go back onto my flag. And I'm in such a position that I've just affected most of my army, even with my 10-inch control, and across 2 zones. I think this is probably one of the most effective feats with Xerxes I've ever had, just making use of that 10-inch control bubble because of this charge. So I bump him into the other guy, and then
you don't bump him, you smash him into the other guy.
Annihilate him. Yep, he's dead. Collateral damage on the other guy is POW 8, so it can't do damage because it's the model's strength, and Xerxes is strength 8. I also get an overtake move from this, so I really move 3 for tactical supremacy, 1 from overtake. I also give the top unit of Immortals Stir the Blood. So they're POW 15 on the first attack they make this turn, and they get an additional die of damage on all attacks they make this turn. So they're going to murder the shit out of some things.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually really, really good.
Yep.
Super strong. It's a good unit. Yeah, they're really good with Xerxis1. I was actually really surprised.
Yep. So, this unit up top, basically all of them are going to get charges onto the Wraith Engine. One of them will be out of my control, and my UA can charge your Bane horse, Banecav. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Dice minus 10. Dice minus 8 because of Stir the Blood at your 23.
Which is pretty good if you're Weapon Master.
When you're 4 dice, it's really good.
So yeah, my armor 23 that I thought was going to save me might not be as good as I initially thought.
Yeah, it's so... on average, I do, 7 damage per dude? 6 damage per dude?
Yeah.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charges on you. And then...
Yeah, that's pretty bad for me.
It's a bad time for a Wraith Engine.
And you're hitting every attack, so that doesn't hurt your odds.
For sure. I have 2 guys in the back arc, so they only need 4s. The rest of them need 6s. I do manage to hit every single attack. I don't miss a single one. It died real hard.
And I was like, that's not good. My entire right flank just collapsed.
And then I redirect into the Banecav and kill that too. So we have the top zone, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, that's it's quite the flanking maneuver there.
So this is what I was talking about
enveloped
earlier when I meant like the beasts go in the middle, they hold that and alpha whatever they can, and then you kind of collapse your flanks.
Yeah. And
so now this top zone is mine.
And this was all set up by the Tiberian sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
It slowed down my army enough for the other beasts to survive, and now he can come in and start doing work.
Yeah. Now
it's going to be hard for me to remove them. But this Skarless hits really, really hard on feat turn, and it's maybe slightly above average after feat turn, but once I start losing models, it's really bad.
So, we go on in with our Immortals. We get 5 charges on the Wraith Engine, 1 on each Banecav model. We, I believe, just kill all 3 Banecav models we charged with rolls like that. Yeah. Yep.
So armor 23 Bane Rider just melting.
Yeah.
This is where
we messed up the feat.
Where I messed up the feat, but thanks, Evan.
I mean,
this guy was not feated on. He should have been armor 18 and probably died to 3 dudes.
So
but,
we do. I get him to about.
This game should have effectively been over this turn, I think. But alas, I digress. Let's pretend he was in feat range. I would have cut myself for the extra 1. I'm pretty sure I'm safe.
Yep. So
mistakes happen.
I also missed like 2 or 3 attacks in that one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there was a chance. Again, I don't know. Like we talked about after, I'm like, I don't know exactly how much damage he did that turn. Like I don't remember. Maybe there's a way of figuring that out. But let's pretend I survived that 1 box.
So beasts move up. Gladiator moves up. Boost to hit a Stalker. Hits with a 9.
Armor 18 Stalker.
Dice even.
Boom.
Is a weapon master because of my feat.
About just 14 damage. Or yeah, I think that's...
It cripples movement, kills him with the second punch. Rushes the Gladiator. So the Gladiator can now go in and cause you more trouble with your flag. So I'm going to go in with contest with another heavy and cause you more problems because now you have even fewer things to deal with my Bronzeback.
So now I have now I'm running out of attacks here to deal with all this.
Yeah, originally I'm looking to try and get more than 1 model with my Bronzeback here. There's not really a position I can put him in to do so. Like, had I been able to lurch him even, because there was a Stalker in front of him, so I wouldn't have been able to go forward, and sideways might have just given me a free strike. So I walk up to a Stalker, I punch it, it dies. It's a Bronzeback. It kills whatever.
Why not?
Wants.
14 damage again.
Yeah. Weapon Master Bronzeback kills the world, guys.
For sure.
Now, what this has done for me is put my Bronzeback into a ridiculous position to control the table with countercharge.
Oh, man. I look so dejected right now. Just like, wow. What am I supposed to do now?
So you start with Vengeance.
Yeah, I start with Vengeance.
On your Vengeance move, I countercharge.
So, yeah, this is terrible.
The Wraith Engine is incorporeal, so I go through it and punch the Banecav.
Yep.
5 to hit.
This is the disaster.
Blech.
Cranks
that 5. Is a Weapon Master because it's still my feat turn.
And my Bane Knight explodes.
Yeah, your
Bane Rider, excuse me.
Yeah.
And this guy's top heavy.
So are very top heavy. Like normally they're
so stepping on a ring tips him over.
Normally they're even more so because mine is modded to be standing upright. Believe it or not.
I believe it. All right, so this is my. I believe I killed the Immortal with Vengeance attack.
You do. So that triggers my Vengeance.
And the other Bane Rider who has Vengeance is knocked down, so can't do anything.
Correct.
And then the top corner or top of the
table, the
screen there is a Necrotech who's going to be the only one that's going to be able to contest for me realistically in that zone. It's not looking good. I'm down a scenario. I forget what I was down by at this point. Is it 3-1?
So I believe I would have had 1 and scored 1, 2.
I don't know.
I would have scored 2 more points, so it's 3-1.
Okay. Yeah, I think that sounds right. So it's not looking good. But I'm not giving up yet. Still, a lot of work to be done. Tartarus can do some serious damage to that Bronzeback.
Yep, sure
and
can.
And my Arc Node's alive, which is a Ripjaw. Which, if it crits twice, That is dice +2, I believe, with Dark Shroud.
With Dark Shroud, because I am in the melee range of the...
So that's like 25
the
damage
guy.
on average. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and because of how I had to face at the end of my counter charge, I'm still in the Ripjaw's melee, but I'm not engaging it because it's not in my melee.
Yeah,
so you can still use it as an arc node,
Yep.
which you're definitely going to do.
Yeah. So I'm like, I got all this focus, nothing to do with it. I give it 2 to the Ripjaw, and I'm going to corrode some of these Immortals.
Yeah.
They're all bunched up. Why not?
I'm engaged.
So I'm like
you
back and
risked
forth.
it.
I'm like, should I heal? Should I do that? So I decide not to heal that much. I believe I'm on 10 HP at this point or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't remember. It's hard
You
to remember
hit.
all the details. So I hit the guy even though he's engaged because I boosted and I rolled well. So I corrode 4 dudes. Even though I've triggered Vengeance already, so it doesn't matter. But like whatever, it's corroding. I probably should have rolled damage and I forgot to do that because I'm a scrub.
I'm pretty high armor because of my feet, but
yeah.
I guess
I probably should have rolled.
still
but
blast damage could have done something.
I think it's
especially
only
with Dark
POW
Shroud.
10 I got. But regardless, I should have rolled. I don't think I can kill you on their feet. So yeah, you can't see the dice, but I rolled triple 6s.
That was the damage the Bronzeback took right there.
With a Bane Rider charge, like half killed the Bronzeback. It's pretty awesome.
It's a start, to say the least.
Just roll trip 6s. That's how you win at this game. Just roll out 6s.
Ripjaw walks in.
So here we go.
Trip 6s to hit.
So crits. Ripjaw. Crits. Dice +2.
Yep. Pretty good damage.
Yeah, 14 damage. Leaves it on 2, I believe, or what was it?
Yeah, does a lot of damage. Leaves
I
it
don't know.
pretty low.
It leaves it on something.
Beaten, broken.
The next one I think didn't crit, but
Kills it. I
anyways.
forget to Death Rage, so I don't punch the Arc Node back,
wah,
which
wah.
would have been really good because it's my feet turn, and I probably would have hit.
Yeah, and you probably
Would
would
have
have done
been
a lot of
Weapon
work.
Master.
Yeah, so I could test that zone with my Necrotech, superhero Necrotech. I love those guys. I don't know why. They're so stupid, but like.
I could have even gone for Tartarus and killed him before he activated.
Fair enough. You probably
Yep.
could have.
Remember your rules, guys.
Tartarus is just going to score the flag.
Remember your rules, guys.
So yeah, there's not much more I can do this turn. I do forget to ritual sacrifice my Skarlock because he can do that. I don't know why I forgot. It's
Yeah,
like
he
I
can
said.
do it to himself.
Yeah, he's the 4th model you ritual sacrifice, or the Necrotech if he was closer. But
You decide to make some attacks with the Wraith Engine.
yeah, because I'm like, you can attack me anyways. It's probably dead. Well, I mean, for sure it's dead with all those Immortals. So I'm just gonna attack the guys that are not corroded. There's 2 models there that are not. Yep.
Yeah. You just killed 2 dudes. I think you missed one of your attacks.
Yeah, I probably did, but I have 3 because Rapid Strike, so I lined up away. So, anyways, so that was my turn. Over to you, Evan.
All right. So I have Vengeance on the bottom unit, but as I get halfway through, I move all my models and then make the corrosion rolls because I forgot to make
Yeah,
the corrosion rolls.
I forgot to remind him. Again, we're tired. It's late. It's late on a Friday.
So we move. Keep everyone in range. Basically, I'm just
And here we
backing
go,
up so I
corrosion.
can charge back in.
Here we go. 2 guys die.
2 guys die, 2 live.
So
Not
basically,
bad.
about what you could hope for.
Yep.
I was hoping for a 4, but that's okay.
And make my vengeance attacks. Do some damage. I just rolled 3 10s in a row because, of course, I did. I believe I drop Defender's Ward and drop Tactical Supremacy, and I do some measuring to see if I can charge Tartarus and then repo back into the zone with some... no, I don't do that. I just murder a Necrotech.
Don't you hate when you can't remember what you did?
Sometimes the turns all just meld together.
I know. There was a lot happening in this game. There was a lot. Believe it or not, this was a busy game.
I kill the Bane Rider because reasons.
Because Xerxis and
Because Xerxis.
giant maces.
Then he goes back onto his flag. He's like, this is my flag. Overtake. I lurch the Gladiator just a tiny bit so that he can get a better angle onto the Ripjaw.
Yeah. For some reason, you were really scared of the Ripjaw this game.
I don't know why. I mean, bleh.
Some charges on the Wraith Engine,
3 immortal charges.
which probably should have died right there if it had it has one box
I
left.
just wrecky.
Oh boy.
Get wrecky.
So
Becky.
yeah, I got a Bane Rider, a Tartarus, a Ripjaw, Skarre, and a Skarlock. And a
You're running out of models.
Yeah, it's not a lot of models left.
So,
but again, I'm not giving up.
Point,
There's always an out.
I look at the table, and I'm like, okay, I'm not too scared of the Bane Cav. I can probably just slam the Arc Node, follow up, beat it to death because it will be on the ground. And then maybe kill or Tartarus with some collateral. If not, it'll be knocked down and won't be able to do as much. And then that one Bane Cav is not going to do a whole lot to me. And I'll be fine there. I'll be happy. And then at the end of my turn, I'll score 2, and it'll be 5-1. Yeah, we knocked the camera over there. It lived, so we put it back up and continued filming.
You're such a gracious host, because I knocked the camera over.
Well, it lived either way. No biggie. We're here. Don't kill Tartarus with the collateral damage, but I definitely murderize an Arc Node. I don't know why I bothered charging it 3 times, but first guy misses, second guy just annihilates it. And we're there. Still most of a unit of mortals in the zone.
Score some points. Score 2.
Some points. Score 2. So I am at 5 now.
So there's my
do your vengeance.
Move. Kills a dude. 2 guys left in the zone. So my plan here is to try to score and contest and somehow bring this back by some miracle. Maybe pray you make a mistake and leave your caster exposed to my caster charging.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Skarre charging.
Yeah.
She
can make herself a weapon master.
She can make herself a weapon master. She has what? A knockdown attack?
Yeah. Her charge attack will be a knockdown attack.
She's really good.
Because she has a great rack, right? So she knocks you down.
Yeah. Moving swiftly forward.
So my plan here is, okay, so I got some focus to spend. I'm going to blast these 2 guys in the zone with Hellfires, because why not? And I know it's super dangerous where I'm standing, but you know what? I'm hoping I can kill this Bronzeback with 2 models. Is that what it is? Is it
Gladiator?
Gladiator, excuse me.
Gladiator.
Yeah, because that's realistic, right?
The best late game support piece in the game. Charges.
Charge. It's a Bane Rider. So he's dice off. Power Strength 17, dice off 2.
Dice off 2. Crushes that damage roll.
Yeah. So, Bane Rider's doing some damage. Repo to contest.
Yep. Key move right there.
And then Tartarus. He just has to stand up and swing away. First attack hits. Dice off something, but I think it's dice off 3 of him. No, it's more than that.
Tartarus's power strength.
Dice off 5.
Yes, dice off 5, but he's a weapon master.
But I actually surprisingly do a lot of damage, but don't kill a Bronzeback.
You leave it on 2 boxes.
I do.
You score your zone.
So my unrealistic expectation almost happened.
Yeah.
That would have been nice, but alas, it didn't. That was my only hope.
We both score 1, so I go to
if I had hope
6 and you go to 2.
Yeah.
I realized...
And again, I forgot to ritual sacrifice. It might have mattered this turn, but not really.
Realize in this turn that I could have just killed Tartarus with the Gladiator. Got me calling it a Bronzeback. Killed this Bane Rider that I just missed with double ones with Xerxis.
I can't contest.
And then gone back to my flag and just run Beast Handlers into the zone and just won on scenario there. Yeah. But I did not look at the points. So always keep that in mind, kids. Scenario is a thing you can win on if you beat your opponent by 5
awesome
points.
In 2017.
It's great. So I do the thing that I was talking about the other turn that I thought happened last turn was kill Tartarus with Immortals with Tactical Supremacy, go back into the zone. 1 Beast Handler goes, medicates the not a Bronzeback, Gladiator. It charges.
Yeah.
Boost to hit Skarre. Need 10s because she's def 16.
Miss again.
Miss. Boost to hit a 3rd initial. Hit. Dice plus 2 does 7 damage. You've healed yourself a bunch over the past couple turns from your feet turn.
Yeah.
Just with focus.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned that, but yeah, I have. I've been healing here and there.
Yeah, so you just dumped a bunch. I go to 7 points because I score the top zone.
And so, yeah, I live.
You live. And
I
basically...
live, and now I'm going to kill Xerxis and win the game.
It's the plan. You forgot to Ritsack
Yeah.
the Skarlock again.
Somehow, by some miracle, I'm going to kill Xerxis and win the game. So look.
I believe at this point we just decide to call it because you can't actually. Can you what's the POW on Hellfire?
I don't know. But looking back at it,
14?
My only. I mean, this game's yours. Yeah, I had nothing to do.
Yeah, I don't think it's mathematically possible that you kill Xerxes because it's 14. It cost 3.
I can't kill him with 2 Hellfires. My only thing was to charge him, but like I'd have to Hellfire a Beast Handler, and then take a free strike from him.
Yeah, it's not great.
It was a grind fest. You know, you being able to kill my Wraith engines that I'm gonna say easily, but like that effectively, that swung the game completely.
Yeah, I feel like this is a very strong list that against things like Wraith engines, incorporeal models. Not sure how great it would do in Ghost Fleet because it has 0 RFB, but I probably wouldn't drop it into Ghost Fleet. I would drop whatever my other list was because I should have an answer to Ghost Fleet in my pairing, or at least literally any RFB because that's the thing these days. So that's the game. Thank you very much for joining me, Norbert, for this particular battle
thanks for
report.
having me. It was a blast.
And that's it for this week, guys. Let us know what you thought of the lists, the game, whatever, what you want to see maybe next week. And that's about it. So follow us on all the social media, and thank you for watching.
Yep, sorry Cryx player. Sorry for letting you down.
See you next
Have a
battle
good
report.
one. Bye.